guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Steve and today we're going to be reacting to another Vogue TikTok compilation video. It just had new heights for each time I make these videos, and we're going to be reacting to a compilation of Vogue TikTokers, and we're going to see what they have to say. As I always say, leave down a comment if you feel like you want to share your perspective of things, and I would love to hear your guys' opinion. It's always fun to see different perspectives. Sometimes I miss out on things, sometimes I don't really get the video, so if you see or receive the video in a different way, let me know. It's always nice to hear your guys' opinions. So let's see the first. I wouldn't know where this is gonna go. So this is gonna be interesting.
I am a woman. I am a real biological transgender woman. I was born this way. I will hold my space, and I will fight for the rights of transgender children. Love yourself. Be yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love.
Your body is...
Okay, so first of all, that's a trans woman. She's not a biological woman. She's a man transitioning into a woman. So she's right about the word trans woman, but she's definitely not biological trans woman. And the whole thing about me saying that she was born like that, I cannot really go against that, because that's the same thing as if someone asked me about my sexuality. I would say that I remember from a young age that there was something different when it comes to like me being attracted to the same sex, or like I noticed things, or I just registered from a young age there was something different. But me being gay is not gonna have as much of an impact if I decide at the age of 8 that I'm gay, because I'm not really doing anything to my body that's gonna harm my body, compared to what he's saying that he's standing by trans kids. That's a completely different thing. Like you cannot support or say that kids should be able to take hormones if they identify as the opposite sex that they were born as, because they're so young. There's so many things that they might be feeling that for a moment. It might be a phase. There's so many phases that kids go through because they're new to life. Like, it's crazy how some people actually think that kids will be able to transition. I do not stand by that at all. It's so crazy when I see stuff like that. I just don't get why some people would think that's okay. They're kids. Let them be kids. If a boy wants to wear a dress to school, like, yeah, okay, then let the kid wear a dress to school, but don't make them take the hormones. Like, that's like next level, just damaging the body from a really young age. And some of the things for a kid to transition, or even adults when they transition, there's some things that are not reversible unless you go under the knife, of course, and that's like another expense that you have to think about. That's going to be hovering over your head. But there's so many things.
It's just in another human body. So we're talking about two bodies when we're talking about pregnant women.
Well, because also it's not everyone that gets pregnant is women.
Yes, they are. You have to have a uterus, and you need to have a vagina to
you are biologically female. That's not the same thing as being a woman, but I already know your views on that.
What? Now, I just got interrupted. Let me just see the last thing again.
Yes, they are. You have to have a uterus, and you need to have a vagina to
you are biologically female. That's not the same thing as being a woman, but I already know your views on that. So.
Yes, I have views are facts. Have views are facts. She's a biological woman, meaning she's a woman. That whole cis thing, I don't get that. That whole cis thing is so weird to me. It's just crazy that someone would actually think like that.
Uterus and you have XX chromosomes.
You are a woman.
You are a woman. I have a uterus, I have those chromosomes, and I'm not a woman.
You are a woman.
I am biologically female, but I'm not a woman.
A non-binary person looking like this. Looking like this. You can look at me looking like this.
It's just interesting. I thought this was a trans debate. That's what I
don't
thought.
Even. This is not a debate about who is really trans and who is not.
It can be.
We're talking about restrooms. You're so offensive. You're an offensive
Okay.
person, human being. Yeah.
Okay.
Just so
Well,
you know.
I find a lot of things over here offensive as well.
Oh wow. Yeah, you're disgusting.
And I have to. Trust me, the feeling is more than mutual.
Keep
I
it
am
cute.
I am cute.
Yeah, keep it cute, girl.
I stay cute. I don't have to
Oh,
keep
really?
it cute.
Okay.
I remain cute.
Have you ever
Because the
worked
second
directly
bomb
with
because the
trans
second
people? Have you ever worked
I
directly
am
with...
right now. I am right now.
No,
We're
directly
surrounded by
in
that.
service.
She's not
That's my
grassroots.
entire
She
career.
is not a grassroots
Not-
person. I really want to see what you've done for those organizations because I don't see any of y'all on the front line.
It's disappointing that you would disrespect all of the people that are in community service that actually do
Correct.
help trans people.
And it's really disappointing that you guys are disrespecting.
The one with the long brown hair is Blair White. I've seen some of her videos, and she is really like the truest, realist person when it comes to the subject of being a trans woman, because she's a trans woman herself, and she defines herself by having gender dysphoria. And you can go and find a YouTube channel and have the deeper explanation of that. But that's why they have such a hard time going against her, because she defines herself the right way, whereas the other ones is just the Lulu world. It's just whatever they can make up. I really feel like some of these people have just written some words on some paper, put it in a pot, taken 2 papers up, combine those 2 words, and try to give it a definition and trying to make it a thing. It just seems like that, because some of the things is just like it's all over the place. It doesn't make sense.
I ask you what you identify as.
Identify?
Ethnicity.
I identify as an American.
Not an African American.
Yeah, I had to work on my own merits and pretty much promote the principles I believe in, which is freedom, equality for all, which I believe that America does. And that's how I got elected into my position. I didn't get elected into my position because of the color of my skin or do any race baiting stuff that it seems like you're promoting here.
Can men get pregnant?
Mr. Chairman, yes.
Find what a woman is.
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah.
there are people who identify as different genders who are capable of getting pregnant. That is
I don't give a shit about what you identify as. It's not facts.
my position on this. I am not going to feed more into the bigotry of that question.
When this person says people of all genders can be pregnant and give birth.
Imagine being a doctor and a trans man is having a child, and then doctor having to be like, sir, it's a beautiful, what do they even say? It's a beautiful girl when it's a girl, and when it's a boy, it's a boy. What do they even say? It's a beautiful baby. Sir, it's a beautiful baby. That's wild. That is wild.
Birth, then I guess it's their word against the whole world. Because the real world knows what the truth is. The real world will show you what a woman is. The real world will show you what a man is. Therefore, in the real world, there will never be a constant bickering over what is a man or what is a woman.
So what is this right here?
The pelvis. It's the only bone in the body that's gender specific, which means it's different in boys and girls.
Is it?
Yes. The pelvis's job to protect the organs used for digesting and reproduction, which means throwing babies.
Okay, the girl was right? Because I don't know about that human bone. But it seems like she's right about that, right? I clearly didn't listen to biology. That girl is right, I think. Right? Okay, let's watch this guy. This guy right there.
Hi kids! There's no such thing as a boy or a girl, and I can prove it. So gather around the family, the parents, everybody, answer my questions. Okay, that is me from a few months ago, and I wanted to resurface this video because I stand by my statement, and I do think this should be taught to young people. I got so much SHIT for that video, and I don't know why people were coming after me and not examining what we do currently teach young people. That gender is real and girls are less than. Gender is real and girls are not as smart. Gender is real and boys shouldn't have feelings or whatever. You should teach that gender is constructed. We should teach young people that gender is a series of decisions that a society makes. That is just one reason to do it. Another reason to do it is all the LGBTQ kids who need to hear it's okay to be themselves.
Today wasn't supposed to be a crying day.
Why do I always feel like crying? Why do I always feel like crying? Don't do it, Dylan. Don't you dare. No! Feel a little better.
Firstly, I hate Dylan. Oh my god, I never thought I would say that. I just hate Dylan. She's too much, or he is too much. It's just an act. I don't believe it. I bet you the day that he doesn't get as much cap for what he's doing right now, he's gonna go back to being a man. He's gonna go back to being a man. This is just a cash grab for him, and he's just playing the role. And it's absolutely insane. It's wild to me.
What does being non-binary mean?
Well, to me, being non-binary.
You see, it's already wrong. You cannot come to me and then ask me a question and be like, hey, bro, can I ask you something? And I'll be like, yeah, ask me. And then you ask me, what is 1 + 1? And I say, 1 + 1 to me, what do I mean to me? There's only one objective reality. And in that reality, it states that 1 + 1 is 2, right? So by saying to me, he is already wrong.
These videos are funny. Like, even though it's cringe and fucked up as some of those things that say, it is kind of funny at the same time. It's hilarious, but it's also maybe it's something that should be taken serious, because these people are also people that make the government make regulations and changes. So we should really be aware of what's going on. And some of these things, as I have said in my previous video, when it started up, the message, I got the message. I love the message behind the different pronouns, like non-binary and mostly just non-binary. I like the message of that because I really feel like some people feel stuck in a box, but it doesn't mean that we should change the pronouns. Oh, you can't be a man and have more of a feminine side, or you can't be a girl and or be a woman and have a more masculine side. Like, you can't be a tomboy or tomgirl without having to be called they, them on. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with that, but I kind of also get that when you do that kind of changes, it makes this message stronger. But I wouldn't want to see another woman, biological woman, called a cis woman either, because she's just a woman. Like, there's so many things where I'm just like, I understand the message of it and I kind of agree with it, but do not want to see the changes. But at the same time, some people really have to get in the head to just like be a little bit more open. So I kind of get that, but I just I wouldn't want to be called they, them. I'm a he. But I have like feminine tendencies or feminine sides to me as well. And I like to, beat my face, and I love to like wear earrings, but that doesn't mean that I would want to be a woman either. And I feel like maybe sometimes now that guys that are really, really feminine, they're gonna have these people telling them that, oh, you're a trans woman now just because they are biological men with a lot of feminine sides to them, and then we have these woke people trying to tell them, oh, you should transition because that's what you are. And that's the thing I've noticed. I can't remember who it was, but this whole thing with like non-binary and this trans woman and all of that is so homophobic, because you're saying literally that it seems like all these issues just comes back with like being homosexual or being homophobic, because again, it just says that it's not okay to be gay. Do you know what I mean? A lot of these things boils down to that again, and it just shows you that we have such a long way with same-sex marriages and same-sex relationships, because everyone is trying to do the same-sex thing, but in different ways, just to get away from being stigmatized as homosexuals. It's so wild, but that's what I have to say about this. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I always like to hear your guys' opinion about things, as I said in the beginning. And that was it for this video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.